Welcome to the day after Oscars 2022.
Yeah, kind of a boring night, eh?
Oh, yeah, it was a real sleeper. I mean, if you missed it, you didn't miss much.
Okay, I need this cat to get off this desk, and it's not going to happen because it's George. So this is what you're going to be looking at, Jody, until he decides to leave.
Okay, it looks like Latrice, but hey,
No.
let's give some little welcomes here. We haven't done this for a long time. I'm Jody. And
I'm Amanda. Oh, sorry. And
No, I was just going to say,
already.
and I'm from Michigan, according to Amanda.
What's happening?
I'm not.
I'm Amanda.
But
and I'm
Amanda
from
thinks
Canada.
Chicagoland's in Michigan.
Yeah.
And Amanda, you're from Calgary.
I'm from Calgary, and I'm here now with.
And we know that because you're wearing your Calgary Flames shirt.
I'm flames in it.
Huge Flames head.
Yeah, I just painted my toenails to match the red flame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Gotta make the carpet match the flame. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
You really threw me off there with that intro thing. You might say that I'm as caught off guard as Chris Rock last night.
That's what I was going for. I was going to see how you're going to handle it.
I handle it better than... Actually, I think you handled it pretty well. Okay,
Careful.
so let's just get the slap out of the way. First of all,
I mean, they stole it from Real World Seattle. That used to be the slap heard around the world.
Yeah, but then there was
David
that
slapped Irene.
mini-series, The Slap. Did you ever watch that?
No.
There was this mini-series. I forgot who was in it. There was, like, some big names in it, though. Maybe Uma Thurman, like, somewhere around that. I don't think it was Charlize Theron. Someone. But, actually, it might have been Nicole Kidman. She's in fucking everything. But, like, the story is that there's, like, this neighborhood barbecue, and one of the kids is acting like an asshole, and then one of the like neighbors slaps the kid, and then the whole series is about like whether like who is in the right and who is in the wrong.
That was an actual scripted series?
This is like a mini series.
Was it a joke?
No, it was like meant to be serious. It was meant to be fodder for discussion.
Well, hey, maybe we'll have to do that for Total Request podcast.
Yeah. Actually, that might be really funny if we did.
We got some good ones of those coming up. Just let's get that out of the way. We have a classic episode of Bethenny Ever After, where Bethenny turns 40. I already know the episode.
All right,
pretty much from beginning to end. And I assigned you a show that's premiering this week. Queen of Versailles, Jackie Siegel, has her own series on Discovery Plus. So we're going to watch the premiere episode of that.
And what else? Teen
Queen
Mom
of Versailles
2?
Strikes Again. And Teen Mom 2.
And
We Love to Hate
Sister
TV.
Wives. The wedding. The big wedding's coming up.
Ooh, yeah. I wonder what's going to happen. Happily ever after, right?
God. Mary is like horny in that episode. Like the whole time. She's like super horny, like helping Cody get ready. And then at the end when they say goodbye to each other, like she's horny.
It's all downhill. It's all downhill from there, just like the Oscars question mark.
Yeah.
This is what happened. We were about to record a meeting. I was like, do not talk about the slap. We cannot talk about it. I was like, whoa.
I feel like, okay, well, here's what happened. I'll talk about how I watched it last night, and then I'll throw it to you. But this is my whole experience. This is my experience as a cisgendered, privileged white girl in Canada watching this. But I watched it with Daphne and Ron, Amanda. Okay, so here's my like trajectory of where my mind was going watching this. So Chris Rock says the G.I. Jane joke. It cuts to Jada. Jada does this really big eye roll, which I took as her being funny. Like, I thought she was being like, oh, good one, Chris. And then me and my mom both laughed out loud. And I was like, that was actually, I'm like, she made it funnier. Like, she made the joke funnier because, like, it made the joke stupid.
Right.
Then all that happened. The audio cut. I think somehow I was watching, like, 30 seconds ahead of the entire group chat. And that happened on the last award show we all watched together.
Okay.
Like, Canada, for some reason, was airing 30 seconds ahead. And I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And you guys were like, what? And then, I mean, it was just blowing up. So, I thought it was a joke, or I thought it, because the thing happened so fast and it didn't look like he made contact.
There's no sound for those of us watching. There was no sound.
Right. And it all was just like, what? And also, like everyone on the planet has already noted, Will did laugh at the joke. But then we didn't get to see him notice Jada being visibly upset about it. So then even in the group chat, I will admit I was being like kind of a little bitch about it. I was like, oh my God, get over it, Smiths. You can't take a joke, and it's just alopecia, and like it's not like it's like a terminal illness. But okay, so then I went home and I spent hours and hours on TikTok watching like people. That was all that was on TikTok. That was literally all that anyone was talking about. And then after a while, I started only watching Black creators content on this because it was such a huge like difference between a lot of the white people's like opinions on it and the Black people. And I'm like, I feel like I should watch, like, focus on what the Black people are saying about this because this is their community. Okay. And so the alopecia thing, I've been now educated on, like, Black women's hair is just such a huge cultural deal to them. So, and I was seeing a lot of creators last night with alopecia saying, oh God, that wasn't even like that bad of a joke, but all of those creators were white. So I have yet to see a Black creator with alopecia commenting on this. So all that said, and it was a bitch slap. Like, I don't think Chris Rock was like hurt. Like, he fine. Yeah. If this had happened after the show and like we had just heard about it, like Will Smith like bitch slap Chris Rock at an after party, I don't think anyone would really. It was my only problem with it now. It's just that this happened on national television with like children watching and a lot of people who have like been through abuse watching that were probably triggered by that. And also, it was a freaking great TV moment, and I'll say that. I mean, it was, but it overshadowed the rest of the night. It overshadowed the winners of all the other awards, Coda. So I want to kind of talk about like the good stuff about the awards. But, and I also feel bad for Will Smith because you have to empathize with this, that like he's probably going through something. I don't really like Jada Pinkett Smith. I think she's kind of an asshole. I think this whole thing is crazy because
I'm not a big Smith head. The Smith children drive me insane.
I like whip my hair back and forth. It's a really good drag race lip sync to that song.
Okay, fair enough. Right? Okay, so I don't really tune into anything like the Red Table Talk stuff. I'm just like, okay, Will Smith, he seems like a probably funny, nice guy. I always liked him. They're Scientologists, so that kind of flavors things differently. But randomly, on the red carpet, I texted you and
you did.
God, who was talking to them? Not Selena Gomez. Vanessa Hudgens, who looked stunning, by the way.
Yeah,
she looked gorgeous. Loved her dress and her emeralds, beautiful. And I said something to you where I was like, "Oh God, you can tell the Smiths just hate each other." Like, just their body language was weird and off, and they've had some crazy stuff this year.
I didn't even know about that. Like, what's the word she used?
They have like an open relationship, a discretion, entanglement. Yeah, but
they did break up for a small period, and she did have like a boyfriend, and then he went on Red Table Talk. This is all stuff I did not know happened, but I now know. And he was like crying, and she was kind of trying to make light of it, and he seems hurt. It seems like things aren't, pure paradise at the Smith house.
That's what happens when your brand is you have this super sexy, awesome relationship, which is what I always said about Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell.
I was going to compare them to them.
We're the fun, quirky couple. And they were way overexposed. I think they got the memo. They must have listened to us, when I said you guys need to like take a step back because it's a lot. Because they have. We haven't seen too much of them lately. So they're used to their relationship being in the spotlight, right? Like that was their brand. So seeing them together on the red carpet was, it looked a little icy. She looked stunning. I actually loved her dress. I just loved that color green and stuff.
And that's another thing that I was like, that was ignorant of me to think. And I was like, well, she looks great bald. So like, what's her fucking problem?
Oh yeah, that too. Right. Honestly, I didn't even know that she had alopecia. Her hair and her head. I knew because my mom was like, Amanda,
she has a condition, Amanda. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, her hair's always short. And she looked it up on her iPad, on her tablet. And
Yes, Amanda. Did she look it up like with a little pen stylus? Like
no, but she always has her iPad on. And I'm like, can you turn the sound off on that, Mom? And she's like, then how will I know someone texted me? Like, just check it.
Ring a ding ding. When my mom has it's hooked to her iPad, her watch, and her phone are all linked together, so it's like a shockwave in her house when something goes off, even an email.
It's like woof.com.
Yeah, and like her text had that like whoosh, that like whoosh sound effect.
Yeah.
Coming and going. Anyhow, so I don't know. I just had a weird vibe about them, and I don't know if it's because he's getting all the interviews and everyone's asking him questions and she's kind of just the dutiful wife next to him, where normally it's the two of them getting talked to. It's an equal kind of banter.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so then we're watching it. I didn't even clock the Chris Rock joke, to be honest, because I was just like, oh, okay, I'm just like listening.
Yeah, I just laughed more at the eye roll because I thought she was kind of just being like funny about it, like just like good one.
I didn't even see that. I was kind of half listening because I'm just like, okay, let's just see what's going to happen here. But then when the sound went out, everyone goes to Twitter to see what happened, and it was, I'm sure you guys all know this, but Will Smith was screaming, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Keep it out of your fucking mouth," which was a real déclassé, as Luann de Lesseps would say, to be screaming out at an awards show, which it is. Like,
that's why I don't think it was staged, because like I don't think he.
Okay, see, I beg to differ. And again, I have not looked at Twitter. I'm willing to be schooled. Here's my thing: when he goes up there, Chris Rock kept his arms clasped behind him the entire time.
This was planned.
I just think your natural reaction, someone coming over and bringing their hand up, wouldn't you just naturally be like,
there's no way he would have expected to be
then
slapped on national television, though.
Then if you go and look at screenshots, like the before, during, after of that slap, you see a smile on Will's face and almost like a smile on Chris Rock's face. But then what I think happened was somewhere in there, when Will walked back to his seat and he started screaming, it was like, oh, maybe kind of a bit, and then it got weird.
It was definitely weird. And
where
Chris
it was
Rock
like,
was
is he
frazzled
serious?
Afterward, though. Like
that's what I mean. I think he, again, none of us are ever going to know. This is all speculation, whatever. But I think it just like got a little weird where you're just like, oh, wait, are you fucking serious? Like, what just happened here? I didn't know you were going to start or like keep screaming once you sat back down. Because Will is smiling.
Twice.
He's like smiling, laughing to himself as he walks away.
Yeah, but I think that's also like a defense mechanism. Meanwhile, Lupita Nyong'o is like really the star of the whole show.
She's like, yeah, she was all of us. Yeah. My other thing is, again, purely speculation, because as you guys know, I haven't seen an actual like adult movie since 2008. But isn't King Richard, is he like an abusive dad / husband? Who's like
gonna watch
fiercely defending his family?
Yeah, I think he's just seen as like an asshole.
Okay, so is that perhaps Will drawing like attention to the character that he was playing, and then kind of like when he was doing his acceptance speech, it kind of went into almost like explaining why he did what he just did.
But I think he was genuinely upset at that acceptance speech, and I think it kind of tarnishes the movie. I just don't think that any good's gonna come from this, like, career-wise for him. And he was crying. Like, look, I know that Will Smith is a great actor, obviously, but like that all seemed pretty genuine. Also, right when his name was called, like, Jada like takes his face and like her, like they're like nose to nose, and you can tell she's giving him like a like, baby, go up there and fix this, because this sucks. Now like has to walk around backstage with the Oscar, and that's all.
Okay, hold on a second though.
The Oscar anymore.
Award shows have been getting shit for being not that good to watch. Yeah, they're boring. This is gonna bring people to start watching, right?
But why would they? I understand that. This would be great. Like this is great entertainment. I don't think that two men in the African American Hollywood community would agree to do that. Because it doesn't look. I would hope look
not.
Good.
I'm just throwing out a theory, you guys. Like I don't know what I think about it. No, I'm not going to spend that much time thinking about it.
Too at first, but then like the more I kept, listen, I was up till probably 3 a.m. just like scrolling through and now my algorithm is like black people talking about this, and then like black women getting their hair done, and I'm just like, wow, like watching it get straightened and like relaxed, and so my algorithm's all out of whack now. But yeah, and then I was watching all these Karens talking about it. Oh, he should have been escorted from the theater, and they should take his Oscar away. And I was like, okay, move along here.
He's not gonna just start swinging at everyone else and whatever. Calm down. Can we talk about the hosting here? What'd you think?
Yeah.
I
actually kind of loved it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just weird timing because somehow my TikTok got to Amy Schumer TikTok or anti-Amy Schumer TikTok.
Oh, I have that. I'm on that too.
Yeah, where it's not just. I mean,
woman,
there is one woman in particular. She was a comic and
with like the green hair or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said Amy Schumer stole her joke, and yeah, sure, but we have heard that. For several years now, and there is evidence of it where other people had certain jokes and then she put it in her act. So whatever. I mean, it is what it is. She's successful, and what are you gonna do about it, you know? But it was good to see her. I almost wish she was on there more, but we didn't see much of any of the hosts really, and maybe that's a good thing because when there's too much, then you're like, oh my god, this is painful.
I saw on TikTok that Amy, like, there's like, it's cited that every single joke that Amy Schumer used was stolen from like different Twitter posts, which I would believe. However, that said, hers was a very funny bit. Regina King? Hall. Hers was bad, I thought. But I don't know if she wrote that. It was so awkward. And I was like, okay, let's move this along here. So also, speaking of moving along, Kevin Costner, speed it up. Yeah. Holy shit. Like, my mom was like, okay, enough now. And that's her favorite actor at the moment. So, I thought Wanda Sykes,
guy.
Yeah, wrap it up, guy. Yeah, she loves that. Wanda Sykes was funny at her, like, when she went to the Academy.
Wanda Sykes, star of WandaVision. Yep.
Yes, that's
Remember when you said WandaVision? Yes. I fully thought it was a series about Wanda Sykes.
But I thought it was good. I thought it was a really good little combo. I thought this was great. It wasn't...
No, we differed on the dress, on Amy Schumer's dress. I just think the shape...
the bow
The shape of the bow, instead of the ribbon going outward, like a circle around the tummy area, it should have gone like a little inward. And it would have been a little more flattering.
Like wavy. To like distract your eye. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think she was probably
neckline
like fully
was good,
Spanxed out too.
Oh yeah, she had the Shannon Bedore Spanx.
We've talked about that, like where you wear Spanx, but it sometimes makes you look worse because you can't
too many layers.
Your body doesn't move at all.
It blurs
so
your curves. Yes, and it's just a rock hard sausage casing. Not that I know anything about having made that mistake once or 20.
Yeah, me too. Did Amy Schumer? Because I left my mom's house. Because it was so fucking hot in there. I was like,
I was going to say, you left when they did what? Best Actress?
I left right after Will Smith. Because I knew, I knew that Jessica Chastain was probably going to win. I was hoping Coda would. But did Amy come back out? Did we ever see her again after?
Yeah, she did at the end.
Did she mention the slap? Did anyone mention the slap?
I don't think so. Okay. I was kind of wrapping up, closing up the house and getting everyone to where they needed to be at that point too. Okay, so let's just go through. I mean, the guys... how they were dressed, whatever, it doesn't matter. Besides,
Timothy Chalamet looked like a giant asshole.
He looked like a figure skater. I was like, that's what I said. Johnny Weir's gonna be pissed.
Like, what statement are you making here? What statement are you fucking making, Timothy?
That he wants to be in the ballet. He just wants to dance.
Jesus.
Amanda.
Okay, I feel like the trend of the night with these women's dresses were these weird... That shape, everyone had that weird shape over the boob where it was like inner side boob, and then there was just like little cuppies like over top, like little bloopies. Yeah. And apparently, Nick told us that someone told him that the reason that they kept cutting to that Oscars sign during Will Smith's speech was because Serena had a boobie pop out.
Ooh, a nip slip.
She almost had a nip slip on the red carpet, apparently. I mean, all of these women... I think I said at one point, Tracee Ellis Ross might as well just not, just might be topless right now.
Well, okay, speaking of Tracee Ellis Ross, it was Tracy, and then, oh gosh, now I just totally forgot who it was. It was one of the presenters and Jennifer Gardner all had the exact same red dress. It was the same silhouette on top, off the shoulder,
was,
like you said. The little, it's not sweetheart line, but I know what you're talking about. Like if you were to put two shells and just go like,
up, like shells, sort of but really low down, like with very minimal coverage on the shells. And it's like a memo was sent out apparently to everyone saying this is the style this year, and every single woman went with it.
Oh, except Kristen Stewart.
My mom didn't like that.
I didn't like that either. It's the Oscars, shorts. Come on,
good. It looked good.
Well, of course. I mean, anything's gonna look good on her. I just feel like, just be respectful. It's the Oscars. You wanted like
capri length.
I don't know, just something.
Mid thigh for her.
I don't know. I just didn't like the shorts. I just thought it was disrespectful.
Well,
okay, so Jessica Chastain, of course, is that like just universal best dressed?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Who else? I guess no one else really stood out because everyone was just like wearing the same dress. No one else really stood out that much.
Yeah.
Other than
Again,
Chalamet.
I know it sounds so stupid, but Vanessa Hudgens, she just looked so good.
You're a Hudgens head this week.
Hudgens head. I just think I really like emeralds and just that black dress. And she's just, I mean, her face is just gorgeous. Yeah. So how can you go wrong there? What about, let's see, Megan Thee Stallion?
Oh.
Are you a Stallion head? No.
I know that just from that TikTok thing.
Okay. She's got this blue, I think just the color totally suited her. It was like this kind of dusty blue. I'm on variety.com in case you guys are wanting to look. I think Lily James, who played Cinderella, and
I didn't even recognize her.
I didn't either. She looked great. She kind of had the same thing, like these little over her little boobies. And whoever is playing Ariel in The Little Mermaid, who she presented with, is so just cute. She has this perfect cute face, and I loved her hair. She looked great too.
Oh, and then there was that sister duo that me and Daphne did not like their outfits either. They're gonna regret that when it's like that sister duo. God, I couldn't even tell you. But like they were wearing like the one girl had like a full like cut out of her stomach. Oh, they presented together, but they were both like wearing. Well, no, the one girl especially was wearing like nothing.
Okay, what about Zendaya?
I don't remember what she wore.
Okay, she had another trend that was going on, and I normally say Zendaya, but my daughter corrected me and said it's Zendaya. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry if I'm saying her name incorrectly. This is another fashion I saw a lot.
Oh yes, I did.
Where it was like the tailored shirt top. Hers was cropped, and then this sparkly long skirt looked gorgeous. But I saw quite a few of those dresses. Some of them on like the directors or costuming people, where it's the white tailored shirt and the big black skirt on the bottom. That was another trend we saw.
Yeah.
Who's Sanaya Sidney? I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. She looked gorgeous. She had this like kind of florally blue dress. Amy Schumer's just something was amiss about the bow, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I think without the bow, I think the dress would have actually looked really good on her.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. I know who. The woman that won for Best Directing, I think, was it for Year the Dog?
Yeah.
She's just like this big black. Yes.
Yes, Snuggie.
I actually liked it. It totally suited her. You could tell like that's just her personality. I liked it. Okay. What about Kirsten Dunst? Another red dress. Everyone had a red dress moment. You love Kirsten and her husband, who are identical to each other.
Yeah, they kind of have morphed into each other, haven't they?
They have interchangeable faces. You just swap
Lemons.
them.
I feel like he's gonna win one in the next few years.
Yeah, they were both up, but neither of them won, huh?
Yeah, and also Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz were both nominated. There was like two married couples, and I'm glad for both of them that no one won of the four, because that sucks.
That could be awkward. You know? That could be really awkward. What about? Let's see. I was just going to pull up the winners list here. So we had Best Picture, Coda. I'm going to have to watch that, but I just don't like crying.
It's a good cry, though. It's funny. You'll love it, and Paige will love it.
Okay.
And it's an easy watch. It's like an hour and a half or something like that. It's so beautiful, Jody.
But those kind of movies
are just... and watch it.
No, No, I don't do that. No, I don't like that. Did you see The Eyes of Tammy Faye?
No,
Did you watch it?
these. I need to watch all of these things. I want to watch King Richard. I want to watch Eyes of Tammy Faye, which is on Disney Plus in Canada. Same with Pam and Tommy. I'm like, why are these things on Disney Plus?
It's kind of random.
Yeah, I know.
What about Ariana DeBose winning? You agree with that? Yeah, I mean,
one? I feel like that was the one real lock, and I thought her speech was really good. And she's came out and I mean, not that she's coming out. Everyone knows that she's.
Okay. I was going to ask that. Okay. That was beautiful though. I mean, I was crying, and then the biggest tearjerkers was Troy. Was it Kotsur?
Kotsur. And the woman from last year, I should have had her name. I'm sure Nick and Colin could say her name immediately right now.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
The woman who won last year, but so cute because, like, she took his Oscar and, like, me and my mom both, I mean, Ron's over there just, like, right. saying people's speeches along with them as they talk. But she takes the thing and me and my mom were like, oh, that's weird. But then
I did too.
When you realize she did it because he needs to sign. But then throughout the speech, I was like, you know that she's not supposed to be in frame right there. My mom was like, there's someone off stage that's like,
she lost herself in the moment.
But she was so, like, enamored with him. And then his speech was just so cute and beautiful, and I loved it. And then as they're walking off stage, my mom goes, oh, and she's talking to him now.
Jesus.
And he's kind of, like, you can't hear anything, but, like, he's kind of leaning down, like, I can't hear you.
She just gets closer.
The whole thing was all about.
She just whispers in his ear.
Very, very cute. But yeah, you have to watch that movie. I'm surprised that it won Best Picture because I just don't remember anyone talking about it other than Nick and Colin.
That's another thing. I mean, Dune was winning all these different things. It was
That's maybe
editing
the last
and
movie on the planet I'd ever want to sit through.
Yeah, I'm really not into that one.
It just looks like they're just, like, hanging out in the sand. It looks like a Mad Max to me, which I also don't want to watch.
Oh, I assumed it was one of the Star Wars movies.
No, I mean, yeah, probably is.
But it's not. Just to let you know, it's not because
but, I mean, it is.
I got schooled by everyone in this house. I was like, God, Star Wars always wins all these. And I'm like, oh, it's a Star Wars. I'm like, okay, well, it is. All right. Let's just relax. And Encanto won for Best Feature. Yeah, but it didn't win for Best Song. Yeah.
Where's that EGOT?
There's always next time.
What'd you think of Beyonce's number? I'll give you the floor on Beyonce.
Oh, please do. Please do. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was incredible. Some of her best work yet. But how do I pick between all of her words? Just genius, all of it.
Okay, I thought the set was really cool. And, like, I loved, like, just the color scheme of it. It was visually very stimulating.
Yeah.
Didn't think that the song was anything to write home about. But the performance was awesome.
That's Amanda Loves to Hate Teen Mom is where you guys can send those reviews.
Did she write the song?
I would assume so. Was that live? That wasn't live, right? She wasn't like over there on the tennis court. You don't think they filmed that ahead of time?
Well, that wasn't an actual tennis court. That was the rooftop of a building that they painted. Did you think that was a real tennis court?
Well, it looked like it was at the end of a block somewhere.
No, that was just like the top of a building.
Are you sure? They went down a street and they said they're in Compton.
Yeah, I think they were in Compton on top of a building that they painted green.
Wow, it's a lot of
tennis courts don't look like that.
Well, I
That's
know
not like
that.
The green of a tennis court. Okay.
It's the green of a tennis ball.
Right.
Right? Okay. What about Best Original Score? Were you bummed out that Dune won that one?
I actually did. I did watch a lot of songs from Encanto yesterday.
Okay.
Because have you seen that TikTok thing with that woman named Amanda Palmer who's like singing the Strong Woman song? And it's like crazy. I'll send it to you.
Oh no.
I'll send it to you and it'll be on all your algorithms. And it was like
great.
This like white woman who's just like singing and like doing too much, and she just got massacred for it.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'll send it to you.
What did you think about the live performance of We Don't Talk About?
I thought it was really underwhelming.
Oh God, you are getting you are towing the line today, my friend.
I'm like, why do we have like a rap in here now about the Oscars? Although it was kind of weird.
You're like, not that good.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, well, that happened. I mean, I was excited to watch that all night. And then
no, listen, that song is catchy, but I don't understand why it's as big as it is.
I don't either.
Let It Go was bigger or more beltable than that one, but that one just sticks in your head.
Adele Nazim.
Adele does. Oh, speaking of Travolta.
The wickedly talented Adele Nazim.
I think I gave you a heads up. This is when I was like 15 seconds ahead of you. And I was like,
right when I saw it.
Heads up, there's a Travolta, get ready.
There's going to be a Travolta close up in a second.
What is it about him that is just so disturbing?
I find him mesmerizing. I feel like he's a really nice guy.
Mesmerizing. There's just I feel troubled when I see him.
See, Chris Rock should have made that joke about him.
His wife is dead, Amanda.
Kelly
Preston died.
He's bald. Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. You're saying not about his wife.
No, the G.I. Jane joke. I was like,
oh, I don't know. I think that might have been more touchy. I think Travolta would have gotten up there. Say what you want about him, but not his hair.
Yeah, I mean, men don't like being bald. I don't think anyone wants to go bald, so I guess it's touchy. I mean, because then I'm thinking, what if somebody called me fat and I was sitting in the first row?
I was just going to say, would you rather be called bald or fat?
Fat. Bald, all the way. 100% bald.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if Jada's really thrilled that he did that. Back to this again. But, like, this has to have been, like, they didn't have a good night last night, I don't think. I think this is going to be, like, weeks of therapy that they're going to have to work through.
No, they're going to bring it to the red table.
It's tainted it's kind of tainted their image, too, because it's pretty squeaky clean, other than, like,
or I wonder if they're going to talk about it at the red table talk, and then everyone's going to tune into red table.
Yeah, maybe it is all a huge scheme. I mean, like, I also would not be surprised if we found out that this was all completely fake.
And then Chris Rock comes back as the host for next year.
Yeah.
I just still think that it was planned.
I don't know.
I want to think that. I want to live, if I'm wrong, I want to live in that ignorance.
The Oscars ratings definitely went up. I just don't think that those two men would have agreed to do that. I think it would have been smarter if they're going to do a slap to use, like, you know, people from, like, the white community for that. Somebody, like, there's a TikTok I saw that was like, what if Ben Stiller slapped Jerry Seinfeld?
Ooh,
like, how much different? Because I don't, like, do you think people would have been that mad? Like, I wonder, or would it have just been like, oh my God.
I think people would have teased him like, oh, you're so sensitive. You can't even take a joke. Oh, you poor little, you know, fragile man ego.
It's an interesting conversation that I don't think we're really supposed to weigh into. So
that reminds me of when Olympia Dukakis grabs Weezer in Steel Magnolias when Mei Lin's like, I just want to hit something, and she's like, here, use this, and grabs Weezer. Great movie. I have a feeling you never watched it. Did you watch it?
Oh my God, Nick has like forced me to watch that several times.
Forced you?
Yeah, I just had never seen it before. But like it's like one of his favorite movies of all time.
Same. Oh, okay. I need to talk about bawling every time I fucking lose it. Oh God. All right. So anything else about the Oscars?
I mean, Lady Gaga and Liza Minnelli, I watched that moment, like, where you can, where the mic picks up her going, I got you. And Liza's like, I know. But I also, I don't know, like, should they have brought out Liza? I mean, she did okay, but it was you could tell everyone in the room was like, okay.
Oh, yeah. Talk about uncomfortable. Right.
But she's so joyous. Joyful. Yeah. She seems happy. And, like, you know, she's living in her... But I know, Lady Gaga, like, I felt safe knowing that Lady Gaga definitely was, like, handling it.
Yeah.
And she
but she also said, like, 10 times, like, I got you. I'm here for you. I got you. I'm like, shit.
Liza's like, I know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can be subtle about it. All right. Just play along. Nothing to see here. But yeah, that was that was sweet. That's tough to see.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there any other... like huge moments? I mean, the slap was pretty. I mean, I'm excited I got to watch something that went viral, like, actually live, because these are things that I never get to watch.
Out of all the things that get edited and silenced here in the U.S., it's a slap and don't talk about my wife. All the other stuff that is allowed to happen here. But thank goodness for international Twitter, for people to fill in the gaps when we need it.
I saw one tweet that was like, not Kevin James, David Spade, and Adam Sandler waiting in the parking lot for Will Smith.
Like grown-ups. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we're gonna kick your ass, Will Smith.
Oh, speaking of Kevin James, that's one of my celebrity crushes. Oh my God. Wait, okay. This is not in relation to 90 Day or the Oscars at all, but I have a new celebrity crush, and I've already forgotten his name, but he is on The Masked Singer, Thingamabob. Thingamajig who? Thingamabob.
How dare you?
Is, oh my God. He's a Philadelphia Eagles football player from Australia, so he has an Australian accent. He could,
pick you up and just throw you over his shoulder.
But, ethnically, he's Samoan. Just like Asuelu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
He's 6'8".
And The Rock is someone, right?
Yes. He's like 300 and lots of pounds.
Great. Even better.
I mean, he could get me out of the house while I'm sleeping, like in an arm. He can scoop me up and save me.
You wouldn't even wake up. It would be so gentle.
He's so hot. You guys need to go and look into Thingamabob.
All right, well, anyway, anything else to say about the Oscars?
No.
I mean, I had a great night, I gotta say. A lot of good feed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did have lots of yummy dishes.
Yeah, Daphne couldn't. I said to my mom, I want there to be a TV show where you get paid $100 for every minute that you don't stand up and do something when you're watching a movie. Oh. She's like, why?
Well, I'd like to, Amanda, but there's just so many things I need to do.
Yeah, like I put in the pigs in a blanket, and I better check on those pigs in a blanket. I'm like, we'll be able to smell them when they're done. Or just like, I'll check them on
She wanted to make sure you had them like in a straight line, that they weren't touching each other.
No, she reorganized them. Yeah, believe me, she reorganized them. And then she took them out, and it was still they were like not done enough because she was so nervous about these pigs in a blanket. I was like, the ingredients of this cost me $3. So it doesn't matter. None of this matters. The whole time, Ronnie, do you want more salami, Ron? Do you want do you want a cracker? I was like, oh my God, he's not that old.
2 or 3.
He's puttering. Okay. He's stimming out last night.
That is so freaking cute.
All right, do you want to go to 90 Days?
Yeah, let's jump in here.
No Ella and Johnny. Weird. I feel like they have so much more story to tell.
Yeah, they must be traveling to Dubai, just getting to know each other.
That would have happened, hey? Because that would have been like 2 months ago, February.
Yeah. I mean, why even put them on the season at that point?
And why did we have another episode after this one? We could have wrapped this whole thing. Like, there's a whole.
Oh, I was expecting it to wrap up.
Me too.
Are we sure there's one and then the tell-all, or could there be
more?
Oh
no, there could be many more.
Oof, yikes. Okay, well let's. Should we start with the little Kimbali and Usman?
Sure. Hallie's happy to talk about Kimbali and Usman. She's 14 years old, dude. Like, she freaking so obnoxious. Just like, oh, you're so stupid. You're so stupid.
High-fiving and you're so dumb.
Yeah, and like when she says stuff like, "Oh, you're so stupid," she's trying to make it look like she's like chill and cool. And she's like, she's like got the upper hand in this relationship. Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm not like the other girls. I'm cool. I'm like easy breezy.
I need her to like part her hair and then like back comb the shit out of it at all times. Because she's got a pinhead.
She does. It looks like there's. See, I was gonna say she has a triangular head, but there is no base to that triangle. It's not like a right triangle. It's not equilateral. Yeah.
It's an egg sitting like upright.
Right. Yeah. There's definitely just shake it up there. Like put your fingers in and just break it up, loosen it up.
Or even just do like one of these, like a big like shitty bun in your head.
I think she would have to do the gelled slick back because she likes that. She likes that like tight. Oh, it just is not a good look on
Bars
her.
Shen always wears her hair like that. Just
like, pull it back. It's an instant eye lift, Amanda. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
All right, so they're laying there in bed, and she's like, Osman, you're always on your phone. Probably because you're younger than me. Okay, first of all, you idiot. Why do you keep bringing attention to the fact that he's younger than you? What are you trying to prove here? You got this all wrong.
And is this where she says, like, that was really good yummy last night? Or she might have said it several times. She says it in the cab in front of the cab driver.
When they're in the cab, because she's going back to the U.S. And he's what's his face? Not Danielle Nicole and Azen. He's like Azen. Where he's like, bye, see ya.
She goes around the corner, she turns around and she waves, and he's just like walking away.
Yeah, they've already turned around.
She wants that one last like bye, and he's like, out.
Nope.
He's already he's like in his. I always picture Azen with like in season 2, like their season 2, where he goes to like history teacher, where he puts on that sweater with like
he's got a sweater.
The elbow pads. Yeah.
With the little tortoiseshell buttons. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a cute sweater.
Yeah, it is.
So Kimbali. And Usman, she just really wants to keep... I'm surprised she didn't say to the cab driver, hey, we had sex last night.
Oh my God.
She wants everyone to know. It's like, we get it. All of us are having sex. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. But most people are. It's not... No one cares. It's not shocking.
Yeah, exactly. And he's saying, I'm on top of the world. I mean, he's so happy. He's never been happier.
Wait.
She's crying, and he's like, no, you're okay. He's like, oh, God. Okay, this is just the last time I have to do this.
Yeah. Okay. Did you see when he hugs her in the cab? He grabbed her boob.
I was gonna say, like, the way he's hugging her. No.
Yeah, he didn't mean to. It just was there, and he was like, oh, I guess
the way he's hugging her, it's not... I don't know. It was just something about the embrace was more like, okay, I'm just going to put my arms right at you. Almost like I'm going to lift you up and kind of reposition you.
It was like he's never hugged a person in his life.
It was
an alien trying to hug someone for the first time.
But she's never felt love like this for a long time because he's just so attentive and so loving. And I'm like, what the hell kind of person were you with before if this is what you've always dreamed of?
And then, but he makes her feel a lot better by doing a series of Kimbali, Kimbali. And then she's like, oh, you're stupid.
So
great convos these two have.
It's just like when Mike says, te amo, when he doesn't know what to say. That's what Usman just goes,
Mike and
Kimbali.
Kimena was so savage in this episode.
Oh,
and I
hold on.
love her.
We'll
do them last.
I cannot wait. Oh, yeah. So, she tells him that the yummy was good last night. Again, how old are you? God. Stop calling it yummy.
Yeah, but he calls it yummy.
No one...
It's like
no one needs to know. The driver doesn't need to know. The camera people don't need to know. No one needs to know. That's something you could talk about behind closed doors.
Oh, yeah.
Gross. And I refuse to believe it's any good either. Okay. So now the camera guy asks him, is there going to be a kiss on the lips? Okay. If someone needs to even ask that question, then there's a problem. And she's like, well, yeah. And he's like, no, there will not be, because that is like a public announcement that we're together. Also because he doesn't want to kiss you on the lips.
Was this better or worse than Mohammed and Danielle's wedding?
Oh.
That was pretty bad.
So you may now kiss the bride. Actually, no.
Yeah. And then the sister or like one of the daughters is like, but you can kiss her on the cheek, right? And then he does. And then everyone's like, woo.
And Danielle's just standing there like, They're like, weird ass smile. God.
Where like she like blinks both of her eyes at different times.
Like pushes up her glasses between her eyes, like Mike does as well. So Kimbali, even though she's not getting a kiss in public, no kiss goodbye, she says, I'm leaving as Usman's girlfriend. But the fact that he won't kiss me on the lips is hurtful. Like, is he ashamed of me? Yeah, yes.
You're almost there.
And also,
you're working it out.
Yeah, keep going. It's like the reverse of Kevin Costner. Like, let's keep going through. That's all you can really say is like, she is immature. She is like every girl with their first crush or boyfriend where they get a little bit of attention. They're like, okay, so we're like boyfriend girlfriend now, right? It's like, whoa.
And she keeps doing this thing where she's like, oh my God, what is my life? Oh God, what is my life right now? Oh my God.
So they say goodbye with a high five and a you're so dumb. And she turns away. and walks down, like pigeon-toed, walking down, like Mike Sorrentino situation towards the plane. I mean, in one movement. Like, he high-fived her, and with his arm follow-through, it was like a spin.
Just kept going,
Kept going and walked away.
Like, and that she thinks that America's gonna think we're so cute, because I call them dumb. It's kind of silly. We got a
power couple, international
I'm so
star.
excited for the fucking tell-alls. This is the first time I've watched one of these things, like, in real time. So, like, you're like, but are we always kind of the most excited for the tell-alls?
Yeah, I'd say so. And again, this has been a weird season because everyone's getting canceled left and right because they never do any vetting of the people on the show.
Did they have the tell-all already?
Have they filmed it? I'm sure.
Yeah, they probably did.
I'm sure they probably have.
Things about it.
Can you imagine if Build-A-Bear Boots and Fugly McFugglehair were still on the show?
Talib.
We would still be doing what? Seeing her crawl into bed and him trying to get away from her as fast as possible.
And then all of their like pictures for their segment would be like her facing away. Like they're like faced at like 45 degrees away from each other.
Yeah, back to back.
Serious.
Looking into the distance.
All
right. So what do you think about Usman and Kimbali? Are they going to stand the test of time?
I think he's going to keep scamming the shit out of her.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't have to do much. He really only has to, like, he could really have this go for a while because he's never expressed interest in moving to the States or even getting married, really. He's taken this slow. Like, they are just now boyfriend-girlfriend. So she can come once a year for 3 or 4 weeks. He can kind of just suck it up and give her the yammy.
Yeah. How many times do you think she had the yammy? Twice?
3? Yeah, 2 or 3.
Okay. I mean, anyone can muster it up that amount of time.
Yeah.
For a couple grand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gino and Jasmine, or
yeah, because they kind of nothing really happened with them.
Yeah,
so Gino, Jasmine, then
Hamza.
And I fast forwarded through a lot of their stuff because I was like, all right, I get it.
Someone was actually pretty charming. Okay, so Gino and Jasmine, she's got this new apartment. It's $700 a month, which seems okay. I mean, it's not cheap.
I don't know what the cost of living is like in Panama or like what the exchange rate is or anything. So, but Gino's gonna pay. Gino drops it on us.
He could be paying more. I think she could have found like a more expensive place because the place doesn't look that great.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, it's half my rent. But he also drops on us that he has like 350 grand in his
650 in stocks. Well, I mean, if he had them in stock.
Are you drinking like a box wine with a straw?
No, I made myself an almond milk latte, Amanda.
Oh, it looks good. Yeah, no, it looked like one of those little like barefoot, those little like two glassers. I was like, get it?
No. Yeah, I don't know. I just think she could be taking him for more money if she really wanted to.
No, she does love him. I believe she loves him. I think she has some major jealousy issues to the point like that. Like even me in my early 20s with my first boyfriends, I was not this jealous, and I was pretty
this is
jealous
crazy.
back then.
But he needs to be more honest with her, and I get it. I mean, I would be afraid of her too.
Yes, of course.
I'm afraid he's gonna go back to the U.S. and then be like, I can't pay rent for you this month, Jasmine, because I don't have enough money. So maybe just go and make some money, not nude on the internet because topless isn't nude. You got to tell her this shit now.
Yeah, and then the whole prenup thing.
Whatever.
I don't really think that's an issue. That was. I feel like he was trying to get another storyline going, so they do the prenup thing, but then Jasmine flipped the script by bringing up this insane. I was shocked crazy. At how insane this was.
Okay, well, before we get to that, because that is crazy.
Yeah,
I've said this before, and again, you and I have talked about this. Kind of taking it the next step further, and it does make sense. So don't be like, what the hell is she talking about? But never marry someone you wouldn't want to divorce. Again, you're not going into it, but think about that. If you see a crazy psycho side of someone, you're like, okay, I don't like to be their enemy. That could be on you someday. So if you see that,
well, she already warned him,
clear.
You don't want me as an ex. She's told him straight up.
So that right there is
I
your red flag to, no, don't do this. But of course he's going to. So now he has to tell her about this prenup that he wants her to sign. But before he can do that, Jasmine has discovered something about his ex. Gino, how long have you been divorced? He's like,
and he's already, because you can tell when she gets into like her setup mode, and you can tell he's just like, and then it just shows his feet just going.
Oh yeah, tap 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 tap.
He's like, 8, I think, 7 and a half, 8 years.
He doesn't know where she's going with it. So he's like,
and I didn't either.
He's counting back in his head to Legoland. He's like, that was 2014. Okay, that's 6, 7, 8.
What could she possibly be about to bring up?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I drove by a Legoland this weekend, and I was like, I immediately got agita, so I was like, oh god. Okay, so yeah, he says whatever, 7, 8 years, and she's pissed because his ex still has his last name. And she's like, you're going to have to tell her that she needs to change his last name. He's like,
I would love to watch
me.
Gino try to tell his ex, I need you to change your name, because that would make me double down as the ex.
Yeah. I mean, okay, first of all, it's a pain in the ass to change your last name.
Oh my god, I still haven't registered my car in Alberta.
Did you ever change your name when you got married?
No, I never did. No.
Okay. Just because you didn't get around to it, or you didn't want it?
I just love the last name Kaczynski because people pronounce it so easily, so I just really wanted to stick with it. No, it was more just like, seems...
Okay. I mean,
we were both in theater, so I think at that point also I was just like keeping the same name, just so that it was like all the same.
You know what? Let me look, because I want to say he might have like a good last name, because I get it if someone had a really good last name.
Oh, that's true.
And
well, Brad's last name was Rupp, and that was that's a way better
good
name.
One.
I know, Amanda Rupp.
A nice single syllable.
But I'm not Amanda
strong.
Rupp. I'm Amanda Kaczynski.
You're cooch. Yeah, you're definitely
I'm a cooch.
I mean, why would that affect you? Like, if you didn't know that information, how would it change anything at all?
Also, it just shows how much she's up all night, like, stalking his exes. Which is not good.
So his last name is Palazzolo. Palazzolo. It's not bad. Palazzolo. It's not bad. But I mean, if her last name was like something wild, she might just be like, okay, whatever. Or she did change it legally, and maybe she does go by her maiden name, but just legally. Exactly.
My mom's last name is still Kaczynski because she had that last name for 30 years. Same. So like that's
same as my mom.
It would be insane to go back to Kurlick. Daphne Kurlick.
Wait, did we know this? Because Kurlick is in my family line.
Are we family, Amanda? How do you spell it?
Whoa. I think it was Kurliak. Oh, I don't know if it was an AK. Okay, I need to look because I'm the family genealogist. What if we're related? This is really exciting. We could be on one of those genealogy shows.
That would I think we would both like cry and fall into each other's arms when we found out we were like cousins.
Be like, okay, that's enough, you two.
We're Heather and Whitney, finding out that we're cousins like late in life.
We are.
Yeah. I'm Heather though. You're Whitney because you're the pretty one.
Oh, right. Very funny.
You got the cute haircut too.
No, stop it. No, I don't. Okay, so this is our I'm uglier. No, I'm uglier game that we love to play with each other.
That, yeah.
Okay, so Jasmine is a psycho. I mean, we all know this, but again, they work. They work in a weird, twisted way. Okay, now Memphis and Hamza. First of all, I love his family. Are they just angels on earth?
I mean, like she better lock this shit. I mean, she's already locked it down, but don't fuck this up. Because you got like the dream, like the unicorn.
The dream
family.
In-laws. Yes. They were feeding her like a little baby bird.
She was actually pretty funny, I thought, because like she did take the liver and like she ate it.
Oh no, she had the chicken. there was chicken, and then there was the liver.
But she swallowed both of them, and she was just, like, her face was just like, ugh! It was just a very cute reaction, I thought. It was just so natural.
It was, they are very nurturing to her. Like, Hamza's like, okay, I don't want to leave her because I know she doesn't know what's going on in the language. So when she's getting ready, I just want to make sure she's got someone there. And
Did you notice when the mom was putting all those little mini donuts on a thing?
Oh, did I notice the mini donuts? My God. Please.
They looked like little mini Entenmann's powder donuts, but they definitely weren't, obviously. They were
there was like no topping.
Authentic. Yeah, that wasn't powdery.
No, it wasn't powdery. And of course, it got me thinking that if I won't get married again. I have no intention. But let's say I did like a Real Housewives vow renewal. Of course, I'm going to be doing donuts. That's so stupid. I don't want to waste money.
I'll sing at it if you want. I mean, I don't have to.
I'd rather put like an addition on the house or something. So... I mean, come on, or like a nice vacation or something. But I would do like donuts, and then what if you had like a little topping bar? But like,
that'd be cute.
But you get like your hot donuts because you can't just like slap something on a cold donut. No, you get like a warm one. Do you want it glazed? Do you want it frosted, dipped?
I would
powdered.
Just, when I go to Pinkberry, even I just like getting yogurt. I don't like toppings on stuff. You look like you're in shock. I thought you froze for a second there.
God, no.
Or I'll put graham cracker crumbs on it, but that's about the extent of what I'll put on that. I just like
graham cracker crumb. Are you telling me you get like a vanilla?
No, I like the Pinkberry, like the pomegranate flavor. Like
I've never had Pinkberry. Oh, is it like a specific house flavor?
Yeah, that was like I think that was like their first flavor. Actually, it was kind of like a pomegranate.
Oh, is there something about Pinkberry where it's like fat free or something?
No, it's definitely
not. Or is that just the Seinfeld?
It's just frozen yogurt. Yeah, I think you're just thinking of the Seinfeld episode.
Those places are overpriced. I don't like those. Where you like fill your cup and then you put all your toppings on because you're like $8 later.
It was done in Canada growing up. Our frozen yogurt is called Jugendfries, and it's just in every mall, and they just like hand it to you.
It's just your facial expressions.
It was literally it's like looking at like an IKEA thing because like it has like
guys, she like her nose flared and she was like looking up at the ceiling. Okay, Jugendfruits. All right. Fruits.
F-R-U with the umlaut or whatever the two dots are on top.
I think you guys were all French up there. Why are they going with the German?
Swedes, maybe Swedes.
Oh, okay.
Jugendfries. I think it means frozen yogurt. Probably makes sense, eh? Anyway, that was what I grew up with. But I don't know how we got here. Oh, donuts.
Right. We had TCBY. Yeah. Well, when I say we, I mean it was around, but we never got to eat that, of course, because you can get a gallon for 83 cents at Aldi, and then you can just have your brother eat the strawberry and chocolate stripes out of the gallon and leave you the vanilla covered in ice. What do you call that when it's ice frozen?
Freezer burn.
Thank you. Yes, freezer burn.
Do they still make like the buckets of ice cream?
They make buckets.
They do? Okay.
Yes.
I never look at the ice cream section anymore.
Do you remember the ones you would get at school if there was like a special day and it had like a little piece of cardboard on top and you peel the cardboard off the top? And you get the
cardboard? The wooden little spoon.
Yeah, a little spatula thing.
But it also, like, the wood kind of, like, added to the flavor a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the wood was the flavor.
Yeah, the wood was
I mean, you be licking every side of that little wood spatula, right? You're like, oh, yeah. It was always disgusting ice cream. I don't even think it was actual, like, milk. It was, like, milk product.
I almost feel like it was Cool Whip, but, like, melted down and then refrozen.
I was going to say, because it wasn't the right consistency. It was almost had, like, a
foamy.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, we got sidetracked talking about food, shockingly.
We are never, ever happens normally. Okay, so Hamza and Memphis, they had donuts at their thing. Now, Memphis actually looked beautiful. I was a little skeptical. I was a little afraid when I saw the makeup artist lay her head down to do her makeup. But it turned out really pretty. A little more glitter than I would like, but she looked really pretty.
The hood was very much wearing her.
Yes.
Like, she just looked so uncomfortable in it. And I'm like, can you just
settle down.
Tits up a bit.
Settle
like,
it.
Yeah, settle it.
No, I was going to say settle down. Like her shoulders were kind of up. I think if she relaxed,
she needs to get better posture.
The fabric would relax with her.
Yeah.
Hamza looked so freaking happy. He was a happy baby.
I know. Happy baby.
So
happy,
sweet.
sexy baby.
And his dad came.
Yeah.
His dad had very kind eyes, which fucked me because I know he's supposed to be like a really mean person, but he had kind baby eyes.
Oh, my mom. Speaking of people with kind faces, my mom said that their flight home from Phoenix last week, they were in the second to last row, and like everyone was waiting for one person to board the flight, and it was like at the seat behind them, and she said that she like lost her breath because it looked exactly like bacon fingers. She's like I lost my breath and like I couldn't, like my mom is like traumatized by what that guy did to me.
Whoa.
And she's like he was sitting back, she's like he sounded like him, she's like he was very, very nice, and she's like he looked, and she's like, and then she throws some shade, she's like he had to ask for a seatbelt extender, Amanda. And I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't actually him, so you don't need to point that out to me. Like this is probably like a really
wasn't
actually
him. She
nice
was
person.
still really happy about it.
But she still hates this guy kind of. But yeah,
she's like,
I heard him ask for a seatbelt extender because he couldn't fit in the seat.
That's amazing.
I know, she means well. She does. Daphne means well. She just, sometimes I'm like, shh, don't.
For those of you who are new here, Bacon Fingers is a crazy psycho ex.
Have you been like planning all morning for like a bunch of new listeners?
No, but I'm just throwing it out there just in case someone tunes out. No, listen, we only have like 4 people listening, so when we lose one of them, that's 25% of our listening audience. Okay,
it's true. Yeah, it's my
all
boyfriend.
Right, so
he's a piece of shit.
They end up getting married. They have this little ceremony. It's beautiful. I thought it was like really touching and spiritual, and everyone was there. Even though his parents don't get along, they seem to pull it together and not make it super dramatic. That's probably like an American thing. And then they go on their honeymoon. Oh, God. And this is where it all comes together, where there was a rumor that she was pregnant and had a baby. And of course, now it's confirmed because...
What's the timeline on this? Did that load he blew in her after 18 seconds, like, seal the deal here or something?
Oh, yeah. She's got to tell everyone about that, too. She's like, we're going to go on a honeymoon and have some drinks, right? But it's not going to be, it's going to be wee, right?
She is so lucky he's not American and doesn't realize how shitty that is. Like,
I know.
I think once he, like, if he comes to, I think he's in America, once he learns, like, the language better and realizes how cunty that was that she kept she repeatedly pointed it
exactly. Yeah, let it go.
Like, that would be a fight, like, 10 years from now. Like, that would be festering and festering.
Yeah, she's lucky that he doesn't understand that difference.
Yes.
God.
He's a sexy baby.
So, I'm going to guess she hadn't shared the news of this pregnancy. I think she knew that she was pregnant before they got married, obviously. Don't you?
How long was she there?
2 weeks.
Can that even show up on a pregnancy test that quickly?
She said she was 3 weeks pregnant, which would be like your, probably like 10 days after your period. You could find out.
So it was that first night is probably when they...
Yeah, I mean, well, she's got to be like... Yeah,
she's been there 2 weeks, but she's 3 weeks pregnant.
She
so
said
it's not his baby?
She kept saying, "I only have 2 weeks here. I only have 2 weeks here."
So then it's someone else's baby, bebe.
Well, no,
she's 3 weeks pregnant.
Well, she had her period because you're pregnant. You're considered pregnant from the first day of your first period. That's like counted as part of your pregnancy.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Which is why you're like 40 weeks pregnant, but you're like 9 months pregnant, but really it's like a 40-week pregnancy.
I guess I've never sat down and...
Okay, so anyway, she was pregnant before they got married. Doesn't really matter. I don't think it really matters. But I think she didn't tell us that because she did want to drink on the honeymoon.
Oh, sure.
Which I get.
I can go for it.
You're like, oh God, people are going to... whatever. Not that we're like, hey... babies with fetal
drink
alcohol.
when you're pregnant.
But I'm just saying, I think she didn't. So they go on this honeymoon. She says she snuck off and got a pregnancy test, and she tells him, and he was just like really, I think he's so cute. Show me baby test.
He's like, really?
I really come a father? Oh, yay. Ooh. And then she's like,
hopefully
the kid's
gonna be able to speak in full sentences before he is.
Hopefully you come before baby come out. That's what she did. Did you catch that part?
She made a farting noise
before baby come out.
Jesus
as if
Christ,
she's going to squat and it's just gonna.
They're already at the point where she feels comfortable shitting in front of him.
Oh, 100%. She takes a shit.
Like he's in the shower and she just shits.
Oh yeah. Like he goes in there to brush his teeth and she's just like, oh, so. And
then she flushes the toilet as he's like scraping his toothbrush all over his teeth and just everything's just all in the air.
Oh God.
She would.
I can see it. So they go back and he tells his mom and his sister. They were genuinely surprised, but man, his mom, like you said, she won the lottery because she's like, wow, okay. I wouldn't have wanted them to sleep together before they were married, but you know, it's
a blessing.
If it meant a baby, it's a blessing. And she's like, and you make him do all the heavy lifting and the housework now. And then I think she was like, oh, wait, he's not going back with you. So you are going to be doing this on your own.
Yeah.
Which I think was a stupid mistake on her part, but you know, whatever. Everyone does their family planning different ways.
As far as I know.
I hope so.
So maybe it works out for them.
Yeah, I hope so.
I am rooting for
Hamza,
them.
really, because I like Hamza.
Yeah, and I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's like annoying as hell, and she needs to learn boundaries of what you should and should not say to people.
Yes.
But I don't know. She's not a bad person.
I don't think she's like a bad evil person. I think she had her guard up a lot about his family, probably for good reason, because how she was brought up. And she realized, like, okay, they're not assholes. It was kind of me being the asshole, and she does need to plan better. But yeah, I hope they're happy, just for little baby Hamza's sake.
You want to do Ben and Mahogany?
Yes.
It's like,
what the fuck?
90 Day Cray Cray. Kim and Kyle said, this whole relationship exists in an uncanny valley for me. Which I was like, yeah.
In a what?
An uncanny valley.
What does that mean?
It's like an expression used like if you see. I think I've explained this to you on the pod before. The explanation a lot of people use is the very first Toy Story movie.
Yeah. How
like the humans look kind of off. Like they couldn't figure out the animation on the humans yet. Yeah. So like when you're looking at them, your head's like. Or if you see a picture of like a robot that looks like a human, but you can tell that it's not a human and it's just like a little warped. It's called the uncanny valley. So I think he's saying like their whole relationship is like, I just don't. Your mind can't really wrap around what you're watching.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I think she's like just an actress and a not very good actress. Sure. Because when they go to the end of that pier and she's just like, oh Ben. What's the word she keeps saying? Confuso. And then when they kiss, my face just went into and like no control over it, just like a.
I know. There was like some jerky movement there. Yeah. Well, the lead up to this is that Ben's first line out of this episode is, "There's been almost no romance on this trip. There's been because there is no relationship. You
She's
idiot.
Humiliated you." Several times.
He's like, so I sent her a text, my love, please consider meeting me today where we met on our first full day together. There is much to say. And he's like, after all this, there's just still something there and I want to pursue it. Yeah, we get it. You have been stalking her this entire time.
And you're a toxic masculinity type of guy.
So
and
she
shows
need to
up. Win somehow. Yeah. Well, also, what if someone texted you, there's a lot to say? I'd be like, I'm not going so this guy can fucking yell at me.
There is much to say.
Oh, God. And also
just that wording.
Like, meet me. Everything needs to be like this fucking romance novel. Meet me where we first had our first kiss.
I'd be like, oh, okay, so like on 3rd and Main, we're meeting in front of the...
Give me the... Drop me a pin and I'll be there.
No. God. So she shows up in another blazer.
Her hair is really choppy in a lot of this episode, too.
I wrote down, her hair is just worse and worse every time.
It's a hack job.
Lots of different, like very blunt cut, but then there's some long pieces
layers.
that I think she's
layers.
clipping in. Are they extensions? Does she cut her hair like at one specific part?
Yeah, like,
and now it's never found its way back?
I cut my hair too, and like I have jagged edges, but like when you have that, you need to always have the ends curled in some way, or else you can't just walk out with your hair like straight.
She's a mess. She's a disaster. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely an actress. She's not good at it at all.
No, not Geed.
Does he know that she's an actress?
No, he's so stupid.
This is bad. Okay, so
oh
god, they meet up. She's in her blazer, and he's like, "Oh, you look amazing." No, she doesn't. Now you're lying. Now you are a liar because she doesn't look amazing. And then he whips out. I mean, as if he couldn't get any more creepy, a fucking teddy bear. It says amor.
Some random shit from CVS.
Yeah, it says amor because I call you mi amor.
So original, that pet name he has for her. Mi amor.
Jesus.
She's like, great.
What am I supposed to do with this? I'm like, I said I'm 20. I know I lied and said I was 24. I'm 22.
Yeah.
I'm not like 11.
Yeah, I can smell that bear. It smells like the factory that it was made in.
Ooh,
like
yeah.
plastics or something.
Ooh. Or like Robitussin because it's been sitting in that same spot in the pharmacy aisle forever. Fucking weirdo.
Is this what
she forgives him because he apologizes. Then they walk down to the end of the whatever it is, and he tells her that he loves her and always will.
Baby,
are you going to push her off the end and murder her now?
If I was if the segment producer, was like, okay, guys, be on deck. The diving crew.
You would see me running like, wait, oh, Benjamin, confuso. Confuso.
He's like, what's that word? He thinks this is so sexy too. He's like, what is that word? Confuso. And she's like, Benjamin. And then he's like, then he just kisses, and it's so uncomfortable and gross.
There was some really weird, jerky, bumpy.
Yeah, they're not sexually compatible, and you could tell she was like, okay, I'm doing this. You gotta do.
Do you think she meant to? Do you think she was gonna like put her head on his shoulder, like, oh, confused?
Then she tells us that Benjamin's actually a very good kisser, and then
for
he's
his
like,
age, he kisses well.
And then you have him going like, whoa, wow, whoa! Now, did you see that? I've never kissed anyone like that. I was like,
that was hot.
That was
hot.
Gross. She's 22.
Because that was hot. I mean,
this was mind blowing to him. I've said
never
that.
Kissed anyone like that. It was mind blowing. Well, yes, there's like good kisses and bad kisses, but
that was not it though.
That didn't look that hot to me.
No, it looked uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and gross. And it's just has he just had like missionary style?
I don't know.
For his entire life?
He was engaged before to a younger person.
Yeah.
Like, there's not
and
that
then
much
his
variety.
Wife watching. Can you imagine his wife watching this and him being like, "That was the hot. I've never kissed anyone like that." What?
Yeah, or his children who are her age. That was hot.
And now she's like, "Okay, I need to." So I did it. I did the kiss.
And it wasn't even that long. Well, that was probably like 1, 2, 3. It was probably like 5 seconds. What could have happened in that 5 seconds that was mind blowing?
God. Oh, I hated watching it.
Well, then the next day, he's wearing his little big boy cowboy hat thing again with the stupid thing up to his chin.
Little bolero.
Oh, my God. Jesus. Because now he looks like the locals, Yeah. When in Rome.
He's blending right in.
Exactly. They're going to go to Lima and explore for the day, and then he's going to be leaving the next day. I wrote down, God, her hair looks so bad.
Did you notice when they're driving, she's like, that's my school. And then he's like, why don't you live on campus? She's like,
that's a very good question. That's a good question. Yeah, because she doesn't go to school there, Ben. Yeah, she's lying to you again. Yeah. God.
She's like, she's like, how much will he believe? It's like, that over there, that's my school. Oh.
It was like, yes, it's the School of Excellence of the southern
really
part
was.
of the city. Yes.
It was like the Scientific School of Excellence and Learnings,
Yes.
y'all.
It really... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a mall. I think that was just a mall.
She just saw a big building and she's like, yeah, this is my university.
And then she is also looking out the window, being like, I'm just looking at all the sights and the sounds, and they're just going down some dumpy little street, and he's talking to her, and she's still looking out the window. Yeah, that's sweet. Like, I'm just not going to turn. I'm going to act like there's really something to see out here. Like, I'm really
knows
taking
she's
this
breaking
in.
up with him today, though. She's like, okay, so I just need him to give me a tiny opening. She cannot get rid of him.
God.
She just needs a tiny opening.
And then Ben's like, but in the back of my mind, I still wonder if she's not telling me everything. Oh, she can't leave every time she's left, you have found her.
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying. Also, but the chemistry, wow. Either walking.
He's going to ask her about inconsistencies, though.
Well, first he says, which beach do you like better? This beach or the one in San Bartolo? Or did she ask him that?
She asked
him that. And he goes, and then they both laugh hysterically. And he's like, well, I like the one over there because it's more private. And I'm like, oh, God, you're just boning around the beach.
Exactly. There's less people to witness the crime.
They sit down and all of a sudden she doesn't know English anymore.
No,
He's like, I feel like you're lying. She's like, okay? No, no comprendo.
I don't understand. What do you mean? I don't understand. He's like, well, your pictures are different. She's like, yes.
Yeah, I love that she just was like, yeah.
She's like, yeah, they're different. Yeah. And yet you're still here. And he's like, you lied about your age? And she's like, no, I don't think I did. He's like, yes, I have it in un chat. And I'm like, you could just say chat. You don't have to go un chat.
And she's like, I don't think so. She's like gaslighting him. She's like, I don't think so.
And he's like, no, I haven't. And she's like, no, I don't think
that wasn't me. I didn't say that. That's the next question.
No, that's you. And then she's like, well, you lied about other things, like the relationship with your ex-wife. And
she really wants them to be besties.
Yeah, that's all she's got. She's just hanging on to that. You didn't tell me you still talk to your ex-wife thing.
Yeah, and that you have kind of a bad relationship with her.
And then all of a sudden she's like, I need to leave because you're the one playing games, not me. I need to go.
He's like, wait, let me talk. And she's like, And she's just like putting on her jacket. She's like,
That blazer.
Okay, yes.
I need to go. And then she just slowly walks up the stairs waiting for the camera guy to follow her. And he's like, I don't understand. It just seems like there was a connection and others not. And I just can't let her go like this. My God. He deserves all of this.
She needs to get a restraining order.
Yes. Jesus.
This is like really not great.
Psycho, man. Okay, so Mike and Jimena, Jesus.
God.
I hate him so much. Okay, so let's go down here.
And I feel like when I watch him just walk around, I can just hear like...
like Memphis having her baby all over the place.
Yeah.
Just...
His shoes, too. The second they get in the house, she's like, don't step on the rug. But I just don't understand.
Again,
not
after the first time, you've already gone on the rug with the shit. This is what
shag rug.
This is what she's talking about. You say you've made changes, but you haven't. It's just you. You are stupid.
Is it not a thing when you enter someone's house as an adult, bye-bye, to enter their house and say, is it okay if I leave my shoes on?
Yeah.
Like, do you want me to take my shoes off?
Especially because he knows already. How have you forgotten again?
I guarantee...
We've gone over this how many times?
That I asked... That was one of the first things I asked when I entered your house, and Paige and Charlie threw shade at you. And they're like, no, you can because you're a guest. Yeah, yes. Like, you can, we can't.
Right.
And then Paige proceeded to show me the part of her New York mural that you fucked up the bubble on the wall.
Oh, yeah. which was minor, by the way.
And you were like, I knew you were.
Out of like 12 feet of wall, from floor to ceiling mural, she finds one wrinkle.
Jody left a
and has to
bubble
point it out.
You're going to hear about it on your deathbed.
God. One of these days, I'm just going to get really annoyed and just fucking rip that whole sheet off the wall and be like, oh, now you wish you had a wrinkle now, don't you? All right, so we pick up with Mike and Amanda. He's still running down the block like a little fucking coward. I was going to say, then he got down there and was like, okay.
The audio engineer is like, turn it up, all the way down.
The camera person's just like walking, following behind. His legs are longer, he can keep up.
But he has nowhere to go.
Yeah, exactly. So then he comes back and she's like, he's like, I'm just confused. Oh, wait, with his stupid phone. I'm just confused. Was it just about money all the time? And she's like, no, okay, I had feelings for you, but like, this is over. We're over. I'll pay for you to go to a hotel. And he's like, no, please, can I stay at casa? Otra cama in the other bed. And she's like,
in the kid's bed. I'd be like, no, I don't want your fucking farty ass in my kid's bed. And he's like pretty much forcing her, like, I've been in this
won't take no for an answer.
Yeah, they are forcing you to be an asshole and say, I think you're gross. I'm disgusted by it. And she's already said all this to him, too. Yes. Like, this is so pathetic.
They broke up. You broke up. You ran away. Just because you came back doesn't mean, like, that just didn't happen.
And it's not a great quality to see that he's like, well, if I stay one more night, we can fix this. Maybe we can work on this. And
well, hold on.
No!
So they go back to the house. He then, what I hated, after he almost stepped on the carpet, where he's like, oh sorry, I forgot again. Now he starts telling the sister about their like, fight and everything. 15? Yeah, the little sister is sitting there and he's like, I'm tired. I'm just going to go upstairs. And she's like, okay,
just
bye-bye.
Like, she seems like she's seen so much that this is not even phasing her.
And she's exhausted by him. Yeah. Like, my God, I told you it was over. She really could not have been any more clear. So now we see, like, it must be later that night, right? He goes in there and goes, Jimena, I'm going to go pack my clothes. And she's like, okay, cool. You don't need it. Yeah. Why are you going to tell her this?
Because he wants her to be like, no, I've been thinking and I do love you.
Jesus. She's like, okay, have fun. So then she goes back in there and she's like, okay, so here's the wedding rings. Here's the engagement ring. I thought that was plenty generous of her. Like, here, take this. And he's like, why don't you just keep them and guard them until we work out our differences?
Not good.
No, because we broke up. What part of this entire conversation did you just miss?
She's a woman. She doesn't know what she feels.
Yeah, until we work out our differences. No, we never agreed that we were going to work out our differences. I told you I don't want to be with you. I didn't even want you to come and sleep here. So then she's like, no, we broke up. And he goes, you realize you're losing the best thing that you could have ever had.
Oh, my God.
What would you have done in that moment?
Burst
would you
out
just
laughing.
Do a wow?
But she's so... I can feel her frustration. And then
yes,
she gets upset later because he won't fucking leave.
I know. So she's like, no, my kids are the best thing that I could ever have. And then he...
Oh, that was the perfect response.
This is when his eyes go black. Like, you really see a black behind his eyes. And he goes... I paid your rent so you and your kids weren't living on the streets. And she's like, okay, well, I can be paying my own bills. I can get a job. I can model. We wouldn't have been living on the streets. And he goes, what kind of modeling? That adult modeling on the internet that you used to do? Like, thinking he's going to zing her and make her look like shit.
And then you can tell she's like,
that's how you met me.
Can I talk to the producer? Can we do a talking head really quick? And she's like, so I was a cam girl and Mike was there. He was always there every day. Mike there all the time. She's like, I don't fucking care. Yeah. Like, I don't know. He didn't do what he thought he was doing.
No, he didn't expect her to say right back to him. She's like, okay, well, that's how you met me. That's how you met me, and you offered to send me money. I never said you had to. I never forced you to do it. And then he, again, goes, if we could work out our differences, I could open up many opportunities for you. I could help you learn English, a better job in New York. Oh, okay. Daddy Warbucks. You could bring her many opportunities. You live in
Long Island.
Yeah, you live in the attic at your grandpa's house. Okay. Yeah. You don't even have your own mug. Like
she is just zinging him back on everything. Because then she goes, I never said I wanted to live in New York. I want to stay here. I want to live here.
Right. Why are you like this? You just want to break up and have me out of your life? Yes. That is exactly what she wants. To break up and have you out of her life.
We can be friends or we can be enemies. Yeah. Doesn't matter to me. Whatever's going to get your fucking farty ass out of my apartment right now.
Well, at this point, this is when she goes, I do not want to be with you. This is over. And he's like, this just proves that you are only with me for money. And she's like, okay, you're leaving right now. I'm going to go to sleep. You're going to go to a hotel. You're going. And then that's when he's like, no, I pay the rent here and I have proof. And
I have proof.
I have to work in the morning. I'd be like, you can work. If you can work from here, you can work from a hotel.
It's actually going to be better because there won't be a bunch of people around and you won't be fighting with Amina.
Yeah. So then he bolts upstairs like the little puss that he is. He's like, on the Buzz Lightyear bed or whatever. And you could tell that producer is like, you okay, Mike? Yeah. Like the producer wants to go to bed. And then
Mike's still in the mode of, I just don't get it. I don't know what happened. Dude, I want to know if he watched back this season and now does get it, possibly.
No, I don't think so. No. So he's like, for all I care, she can be an adult entertainment model. She's cold, calculating evil. She's a bitch. Hijo puta.
Yeah, but I think he was thinking he was calling her a bitch, but he actually ended up saying son of a bitch, which I don't think was what he meant to say. I think he was trying to call her a bitch.
Yeah. But he's also trying to like flex like he knows Spanish. No, you idiot.
Okay, we all know puta. I know puta because remember I think that was like one of Sexy Baby on Teen Mom's first word. Puta.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And Kayla and Javier like stop saying that. So now she's like super frustrated and
he feels like he's being treated like a third-class citizen. Isn't it second-class citizen?
Oh,
I always thought it was second. Okay, whatever. He tells Jimena that he wants to stay the night so he can say goodbye to the children. No, that's not up to you. They're not your children. That is up to her. She can decide how she's going to tell her kids. It's not up to you.
And is this where she says, this is all so stupid, and then he calls her stupid back?
Almost. She goes, no, it's over. Just leave. And he says, no, we're not there yet. This is where they're sitting outside. Like, she's sitting with her sister.
Oh, yeah,
he comes back to find her, and she's like, it's over. Just leave. Go. I want to go to sleep. Go. You need to go. And he goes, no, you're just saying these things because you're angry. No, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm going to sleep. No, you don't get to tell her you're just saying this because you're angry. No, this is how she feels.
Yeah.
She's not stupid.
She's
where you have to be like,
trying with you. That's
you're just an angry woman. That's why you're saying that. No, she
must
hates
be on
you.
Her period.
So then they go upstairs, and that's when she's like, God, this is just stupid. Just go to a hotel. And he goes, no, you're stupid. Like, the fuck? God.
Yeah. And she gets really triggered. Yeah. And then the sister is like, just so you know, she wasn't calling you stupid. She was saying this. And Mike's like, oh my God. I'm like, Mike, at this point, you're not saving anything whether or not you called her stupid. That wouldn't have saved anything.
One wants you here. Go get a hotel room like a big boy and get the fuck out. If you cared so much about those kids, you wouldn't be throwing a temper tantrum in the middle of the night here. So now one of her sons wakes up, goes to his mom. Yeah, you're fucking those kids up. Yeah. Go.
She's
Let
crying
her tell
on the
them.
Stairs. And honestly, as far as these kids can see, this guy is just as bad as the other ones now because they've made their mom cry on the stairs. She can't get him to leave. And he does pay the rent. I mean, honestly, I don't know what the laws are over there, but if the cops came, I guess he probably would flex and be like, I own this apartment.
Oh, God, he's such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like, go so she can go to bed with her kids if you really care that much. And the sister, who's like 17, is like, oh my God, all right, fine. Yes, you can come back tomorrow and say goodbye, but you gotta go to a hotel. All right, you need to leave. And he's like, because I just want to come back because your mom and your dad and you guys were all so nice to me. So I just want to say goodbye to everyone because it would be respectful to do that. No, you have no right. Like, there's nothing that gives you the right to do this.
He's switching between different. He's pretending to cry. It's not working. He's saying, "Oh, you guys were so nice to me. I love you guys." Not working.
He's trying to threaten.
Threaten. He's just all over the place.
And the only reason he wants to see the parents and the dad is to be like, look at how good and nice I am, and she doesn't like me anymore. She's the one making me leave. I wouldn't, if I were her, and again, I think Hameda's a bitch, and she did use him for money, but she was very upfront with it. Yes. And she has said to, she's not still stringing him along. She wants him to go bye-bye, and he won't go.
Someone posted on our Facebook that he, I think, tweeted at Jasmine saying, "Oh, you could definitely win in a fight over Jimena."
Oh my God. Jesus. He's such an idiot. I wouldn't trust him or let him say goodbye to my kids like that because he will probably say something manipulative saying like, oh, I love you. I would want to be your dad if your mom would let me. He's going to say some bullshit like that. And you don't, when you break up with someone, that doesn't mean you automatically get the right to go talk to their family and their friends. And no, it's time for you to go. She is giving you way too much, honestly, patience to this point. Mm-hmm. It's just fucking annoying. Go, God. So then her mom shows up and she just goes over to her mom and hugs her and just says, God, he's so rude. And we're going to pick up from there next time. If I were her mom at that point, I'd be like, Mike, I was hoping for the best, but you gotta go.
Yeah, this is enough.
I'm not going to force my daughter or talk my daughter into being with you if you don't make her happy. But if we could work out our differences, we could be together.
Over 24 hours, he's going to become appealing somehow.
Oh, don't you think what's your prediction? He's going to come back in the morning and what's his game plan?
I don't think they're going to let him in. I wouldn't. I would not want him near my kids, I'll tell you that. I'd at least get rid of the kids for the day. But
I wouldn't be there.
He's just gonna, I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be there because he's just gonna beg. He would just be begging and doing another series of tactics. Yeah, mm-hmm. Just everyone go. You can walk around the apartment, take whatever you want.
Oh, I would lock up and I'd be like, "We're just gonna go to the mall for the day." He doesn't know how the hell to get around on his own.
And he has to go home. He has to go home today. So,
did you see one last thing when he was packing his bag? Did you see there was a shirt in there that had an excessive amount of sequins on it?
Oh, I think that's the one he wore to the date the other night.
Was it?
Yeah, he wore like that when they went to like the club, the really nice Taj Mahal.
Oh yeah, that I looked up. Oh, Abu Dhabi.
Sparkly shirt. Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. That's right, spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just watching for Mike and Jimena at this point.
Yeah.
I really I want her to. I'm not gonna say it, but I mean, I just need her to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
For every woman who's had a guy.
Bitch slap from Will Smith, to be honest.
Yes.
He does. He needs a bitch slap.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how more clear she could be.
No. Like if I were his family members, like his fireman family members or friend, like I would bitch slap him after watching the season. I'd be like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like you're an embarrassment.
Yeah. She broke up with you, said, I don't need your money. I don't need your rent. I will find a place of my own. You disgust me. I don't like being in the same room. You smell. You make noises.
Yeah.
Your shoes squeak when you walk. Doesn't it? I just have that little like, like those little squeaker shoes that toddlers have when he walks.
Yeah, he's everything. Oh, God, he sucks. Yeah. And he was like the hero at the beginning of the season. Everyone's like, Mike's so nice. Gross. No. Okay, I guess that's it for this week, though.
Yep, that's it. And next week we'll be back with probably some more 90 Day and maybe
you need to watch
Coda
update. Before then. We should talk about Coda.
Oh,
just watch it.
Okay, I'll try. It better not be.
I don't know what you're expecting. No, nothing sad happens.
Okay.
Like it's everything that you're gonna cry about is going to be like, oh my God, this family loves each other so much.
I know. Sometimes I just don't want to feel deeply.
Oh, that's all I want to do.
Good feelings. Okay.
If you told me that there's a movie that's guaranteed to make me cry, I would like run. Well, I'd hobble.
I just have to be in the right mood for it, I suppose.
All right. Well,
You just jerk me around between and just like that and now this one. I don't know which way you want me to go. All right, well, stay tuned. Oh, check out our new merch store at Redbubble.
Yes.
Little link in the show notes. We got some Coyote Pass, a little so tiny, so cold. Check it out. Support the show. And until next week,
you're adults. Bye-bye.